All right, let's begin. Representative Avila, President PUMARIEGA, Provost Harrison, campus presidents, colleagues, outgoing SGA officers-elect, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm Juan Mendieta, a very proud alumnus and Director of Communications here at Miami-Dade College. Welcome to the 2021-2022 Student Government Association Induction Ceremony. We will begin our program with welcoming remarks by Anthony Valenzuela, the outgoing SGA president from the Kendall campus. Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Mendieta. Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor to join you all today in the induction ceremony. Representative BRYAN Avila, President PUMARIEGA, Provost Harrison, campus presidents, colleagues, and students, good afternoon. I hope everyone is doing well. I am Anthony Valenzuela, the outgoing Student Government Association president from the Kendall campus. It is my pleasure and honor to welcome you to our college-wide Student Government Association induction ceremony for the 2021-2022 academic year. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our college leadership, starting with President MADELINE PUMARIEGA, Dr. MALOU Harrison, Executive Vice President and Provost, Dr. Oscar Loynaz, President of the Homestead Campus, Fermin Vasquez, Interim President of the North Campus, Dr. Pascal Charlot, President of the Kendall Campus, Dr. Beatrice Gonzalez, President of the Wilson Campus, Dr. Brian Stewart, President of the Medical Campus, Dr. Elenka Brown, President of the Padrone Campus, Dr. Anthony Cruz, President of the Hialeah Campus, Dr. Beverly Moore Garcia, President of the West Campus, Ms. Maggie Perez, Director of Governmental Relations, Dr. Jaime Ansalota, Vice President, Student Affairs and Chief Enrollment Officer, Student Dean, Student Life Directors, Student Government Association members, and our special guest, Representative BRYAN Avila, Speaker pro tempore. We are honored to have you with us today, and I wish the very best of luck to our new SGA leadership.
Thank you very much, Anthony. Great job, like always. Keep up the good work. And now it is my distinct pleasure and honor to introduce our college president and a very proud alumna, MADELINE PUMARIEGA. Madam President, you have the floor.
Good afternoon, Miami-Dade College leadership. Good afternoon to our students, to Representative BRYAN Avila, a very proud alum of our college. I want to say to each of you being inducted today as a leader at Miami-Dade College, congratulations. Thank you for stepping up and stepping into a leadership role. We are incredibly proud of you at Miami-Dade College. We know that you're going to do amazing things during your time and your tenure, not only as a student, but more importantly, as a leader. I know that our faculty will be right alongside with you, helping to support your academic goals as well as your leadership goals. I want to share with you a couple of things for you to think about as you start your leadership journey. To be an authentic leader, and that means to lead with purpose and passion. Find that purpose and work hard and work passionately to make a difference, to make sure that in everything that you do, you leave it just a bit better than how you may have found it, that you work on issues that help support the entire student body, because you represent students from everywhere in our community and really from over 100 countries represented right here at Miami-Dade College, a diverse set of cultures. And so ensure that you have your purpose and lead passionately. Always make sure that your values align to your actions. If you value listening, that you really set the time to listen. If you value integrity, that you always act with truth and transparency. Those are important aspects to leadership at every level, whether you're leading student government or whether I'm leading the college. So important that our values align to the way that we behave and to the actions that we do. Focus on relationships and connectedness. In connecting with the student body at Miami-Dade College is so important. They'll look to you to be their advocate and to be their champion. So make the time to connect with those relationships, not only with our students, but with our faculty and staff, our leadership team here, ready to mentor and ready to support you in every way that we can. And then all of our influencers in the community that are friends of Miami-Dade College. And if they're friends of Miami-Dade College, they're going to be supporters of your leadership. And so just remember that making those relationships count are important, being connected to people, and the networking and aspects of the social and cultural capital that you'll pick up as a leader at Miami-Dade College, as a leader in our community. Always stay the course. Make sure that you stay disciplined, and that comes from within self. Keep your commitments, set your goals, make sure that you balance what you're doing in your leadership roles to what has to happen in the classroom, that you're a student first and foremost, and that you have the discipline to balance your time and focus on those things that are important. Class, assignments, research, all of those opportunities that we give you as a student, in addition to then your role as a student leader and making a difference at our college and our community. And don't forget your heart and compassion. Always make sure that you look at someone, your smile may make their day. Be the one that makes someone's day by the way that you might have shown your heart and your compassion and your empathy with them. Once again, we are so very proud of you. We're expecting great things, and we'll be right here to support you. I know that I speak on behalf of the entire leadership team at Miami-Dade College, our provost, Dr. MALOU Harrison, in congratulating you and letting you know that we are so proud of you and that we wish you all the best this year. And we really look forward to working together and making Miami-Dade College build on its great legacy of academic excellence and social innovation. So thank you and congratulations. Go Sharks.
Very wise words. Thank you, Madam President, and no one better than you to lead Democracy's College. Thanks for all you're doing. We will now have our Pledge of Allegiance led by the outgoing Student Government Association President from the Wilson campus, Isabella Paredes, followed by a moment of silence led by Michael Cruz, the outgoing Student Government Association President from the North Campus. Students.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I would like to take the time to have a moment of silence and reflection in honor and remembrance of the nearly 600,000 Americans who lost their lives to the COVID-19 virus. The victims of the recent tragedy in Surfside, and those going through difficult times in Haiti and Cuba. Stay strong and remain hopeful, because we are change makers and we will get through this together. Please join me in bowing your heads. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Isabella and Michael. And Michael, thanks for bringing up those hardships that folks are going through in our community and across our globe. The Student Government Association is the official voice for the student body at Miami-Dade College. Their mission is to provide Miami-Dade College students with representation, services, and importantly, advocacy within the college structure and in the community. The Student Government Association provides quality leadership for and accountability to the student body by recognizing that strength arises from diversity, engagement, and dialogue. We are extremely excited to move forward with the new year with this amazing group of student leaders. I will now introduce the 2021-2022 newly elected Student Government Association Executive Board members. These students were elected or appointed by their fellow peers with the purpose to serve as the voice of their respective campus student bodies. North Campus, President Aline Almazmar, Vice President Mia Ruiz, Secretary Alexa Bencomo, Treasurer Vanessa Garcia. Kendall Campus, President Catherine Negrin Rosales, Vice President Frank Sejas, Secretary Chloe Suarez, Treasurer Michelle Angela Concordia, Wolfson Campus, President Isabella Cunningham, Vice President John Patrick Reyes, Secretary Fiona Sheets, Treasurer Havana Perez, Medical Campus, President Millie Vargas, Vice President Carlos Suarez, and now the Homestead Campus, President Jasmine Laughlin, Vice President Douglas Baptiste, Secretary Lidismides Tortolo, Treasurer Christine McLean, Government Relations Director Ismavel Rodriguez, Padron Campus, President Luis Lopez, Vice President Sarah De La Cruz, Secretary Alejandra Riveros, Treasurer Gabriela Garcia. Onto the Hialeah Campus, President Rafael Morales, Vice President Christian Echeverria, Treasurer Christina Spalding. And the West Campus, President Catherine Padilla, Vice President Franco Tinsley, Secretary Gabriela Perez. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, the outgoing Government Association President from the Homestead Campus, Angelo Duyan, will introduce our guest, the Honorable Bryan Avila, Speaker Pro Tem of the Florida House of Representatives. Angelo?
Thank you very much. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right. Representative Bryan Avila was born and raised in Hialeah, Florida. His parents, Adrian and Rosa Maria, fled communist Cuba in search of political freedom, economic opportunity, and a better education for their children. Representative Avila is a tireless public servant devoted to his community, state, and country. In 2014, he was elected by the residents of House District 111 to the Florida House of Representatives. During his tenure in the Florida House, Representative Avila has sponsored a plethora of transformational legislation, ranging from enhancing oversight of the procurement process at Florida's airports to abolishing the Miami-Dade Expressway Authority and providing much-needed toll relief to the residents of Miami-Dade County. In addition, he has led the fight to restore Biscayne Bay, prohibit taxpayer-funded subsidies for sports facilities, eliminate red light cameras, and remove express lanes from the Palmetto Expressway. Representative Avila has served in various, Representative Avila has served in various important legislative roles, including Deputy Major Whip and Chairman of the Powerful Ways and Means Committee. In November 2020, he was unanimously elected by his peers to serve as the Speaker Pro Tempore of the Florida House of Representatives. Representative Avila has worked in both the private and public sectors. However, he has primarily dedicated himself to education, specifically post-secondary education. His experience as an educator at Miami-Dade College and Broward College have allowed him to bring a unique perspective to Florida's higher education policy. Representative Avila is a graduate of Miami-Dade College, where he earned an associate in arts and served as president of the Wolfson Campus Student Government Association. In 2006, he graduated from the University of Miami and received a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. He continued his academic studies at the Florida International University School of International and Public Affairs, where he, my computer's glitching. I don't know why. He continued his academic studies at the Florida International University School of International and Public Affairs, where he obtained a Master of Science in Criminal Justice and Master of Public Administration. Representative Avila is married to his high school sweetheart, Cindy Gil Avila. They have 2 children and live in Miami Springs, Florida. Please join me in welcoming Representative Bryan Avila.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that great introduction. And thank you to President PUMARIEGA, to the college leadership, to the staff, for this, this great honor. For me, it's really a privilege to be swearing in our future leaders here at Miami-Dade College from the various campuses. As was stated in the introduction, I also had the honor and the privilege of serving as the SGA president of Wolfson campus during my time with Miami-Dade College. And I would tell you, and I openly and say this all the time to my colleagues, I certainly would not be in the Florida House of Representatives. I certainly would probably not be in a leadership capacity in the Florida Army National Guard had it not been for my experiences at Miami-Dade College, and more specifically, my experience as a president in Wolfson campus, serving as the SGA president. So what you're embarking on really is, it's going to be something that you're never going to forget, and really something that is going to give you a great experience in terms of your leadership abilities. It's also going to certainly going to be giving back to the institution that is giving you an opportunity, right? So Miami-Dade College to me represents more than just an institution. It's really the community, and Miami-Dade College is really just such an impactful institution and community within our community. And it's given so many opportunities to so many residents in Miami-Dade County and outside of Miami-Dade County. And the leadership role that you're about to embark on, you're going to be tasked with making sure that you represent the student population at each one of your campuses. And I think that, the president mentioned this before in her remarks. You're going to be not only representing yourself, representing SGA, but you're going to be representing Miami-Dade College. So you're essentially going to be serving as an ambassador of the college. So certainly this is a great honor and a great privilege for each and every one of you, but it's also a great responsibility, and it's one that you should not take lightly. I did want to touch on a couple of things that I think are immensely important. The college president, Miami-Dade College President PUMARIEGA, mentioned a couple of these, so I'm not going to dive too deep into them, but certainly, relationships are important, and you need to make sure that you build a great relationship with the student population that you're going to be representing. Make sure that you're out there, that you're in tune with certainly with what's going on your campus, and be there as a resource to the student population that has voted you into these leadership roles. Secondly, make sure that you have good communication. Good communication with your student life directors, good communication with the student population, good communication amongst yourselves, good communication with the campus presidents. Communication is fundamental, and it's key to efficiency in any atmosphere. Certainly, whether it's in the Florida legislature, whether it's in the Florida Army National Guard, whether it's at Miami-Dade College, or at SGA. Communication is, it's a fundamental component that really will make sure that you are successful in your role. Another point that I'd want to touch on, which the college president touched on, is integrity. Make sure that you never compromise your integrity. Integrity it's literally what you have, and you need to make sure that you always keep it. Integrity is, in my opinion, it's something that you're born with it. Two, your parents instill that in you, and then secondly, the college, not only reinforces it, but certainly in your now new leadership role, expects it. So make sure that you always maintain a high level of integrity as you carry out your your duties and your responsibilities in these leadership roles. Another point is selfless service. And selfless service is actually, it's one of the core principles in the Florida Army National Guard, actually in the Army itself. What you're doing is, it's phenomenal. You know, you're serving your campus, you're serving your student population, you're serving the college, you're serving the community. So make sure that you go above and beyond to do the best that you can in serving them. Make sure that you're certainly dedicating yourself to to projects, to any sort of things that have interactions, whether with the college or whether with the student population or whether with your SGAs. Selfless service is immensely important, and certainly something that you're going to, I'm sure many of you have already experienced it being within SGA, but it's certainly something that you're going to see even more so now in these leadership roles. Another point that the college president touched on, goals. Set goals for yourself, set goals for your SGA. Make sure that you, that you lay out not only short-term goals, but long-term goals. What do you want to accomplish? That way, you can put yourself on a track to meet those goals. And no matter how big or small those goals are, it's certainly important for you to set those goals and then set courses of action in motion, and then implement them. So make sure that certainly you have goals. I know I certainly had goals when I was an SGA president, and we certainly, it wasn't always easy, but working with everyone, certainly working with your student life directors, working with the campus presidents, working with your colleagues in SGA, with the other leadership roles within SGA, you can certainly attain those goals. It's going to require a lot of work, but at the end of the day, that's what you're going to leave behind. You're going to leave behind accomplishments that the student body, the college, the campus, they will all benefit from. And lastly, and I touched on it very, very briefly, you're an ambassador. You're an ambassador for your campus. You're an ambassador for your SGA. You're an ambassador for the student population. You're an ambassador for Miami-Dade College itself. So make sure that you carry yourself appropriately. Make sure that certainly you're doing everything that you can to meet, and I would even say to exceed the expectation and the standard of that certainly is there as a leader. For me, whether it's in the Florida legislature, whether it's in the Florida Army National Guard, whether it's with my family, whether it's in my community, I'm always extremely cognizant of the fact that now I have a great responsibility. And I need to make sure that I live up to that responsibility and make sure that, you live up to the honor that the student population in this case has given you. So with that being said, I just want to congratulate all of you on this incredible achievement. It's really, I think it's going to be a defining, one of the most defining moments of your lives. I think it's going to be a very impactful experience for you that I think will certainly transition into, taking on more and more leadership roles in our community, which is, immensely important, and making sure that, you're certainly, you're progressing not only academically, but from a community service standpoint. There's a lot of things that you can certainly do to have an impact on our community. And right now, you're embarking on one of them. So again, thank you so much for taking on this responsibility. I'm sure it's going to be it's a proud moment for you. I'm sure it's a proud moment for your parents and for your grandparents and for your families. So enjoy the moment, but remember, now you have a big responsibility, and you have to make sure that you do everything you can to achieve those goals and to represent your student population and your campus and your college to the best of your ability.
Thank you so much, Representative Avila, for your inspiring remarks. I'm sure our student leaders took lots of notes, and especially thank you for your advocacy of this community and of Miami-Dade College. And thank you, Angelo. Great job as well with your introduction. Student inductees, at this time, turn on your videos and unmute your microphones as you join Speaker Avila in reciting the oath of office. Mr. Speaker.
Thank you so much. Okay. Officers, please raise your right hand and follow along as I administer the oath of office. I state your name.
I, Leandro Riveros, have been duly elected and appointed by the body of Miami-Dade College. Solemnly affirm that I will support and obey the Constitution and its laws, recognize and assume herewith the duties and responsibilities of my position, faithfully execute the responsibilities of the state of
President. All right. Perfect. So having now administered the oath of office, congratulations to each and every one of you. And now that we have, I see now on the board on the slides, your signatures that will cement your oath of office, and now you are a part of the SGA leadership of each and every one of your campuses. So thank you and congratulations to all of you.
Thank you so much, Representative Avila. This is a moment I know our students will always remember. And at this time, the outgoing Board of Trustees Representative, Ariane Saul, will proceed with the passing of the gavel.
Thank you. The gavel is a sign of leadership, a symbol of authority and the right to act officially in the capacity of a presiding officer. In student government, it is used by the Vice President, who is the chair of the Senate. Through this gavel, the outgoing Executive Board will share the traditions and success with the incoming Executive Board. It represents the hard work and dedication that each and every one of you will put forth this year, portraying honesty, earnestness, and impartiality. During transitions such as this one, the gavel is passed to indicate formally that the leadership role has been passed on. Aline Almismore, please accept this gavel. As the Miami-Dade College outgoing Board of Trustees representative, I entrust to you the incoming Board of Trustees representative with the Student Government Association gavel on behalf of the incoming Executive Board. Will you always keep integrity and equality at every meeting you chair? If so, please indicate by saying, I will.
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ariane and Aline. And we will now close our program with a special message from our esteemed Executive Vice President and Provost, Dr. MALOU Harrison. Madam Provost.
Thank you so much, Juan, and good afternoon, all. State Representative Avila, President PUMARIEGA, colleagues, guests, and our newly inducted SGA officers. Let me tell you that this has been a truly inspiring induction ceremony, and I want to congratulate each of our SGA presidents, as well as their executive board members, firstly, on being elected to serve in such an important capacity, and on being formally inducted today. I also want to recognize the outgoing SGA officers, presidents, as well as e-board members, and really to convey a world of thanks to you, for your leadership during a most challenging year. We're also very proud of the comprehensive MDC Cares initiative you led to provide support to underserved residents in our community throughout the pandemic. And that presentation that you made at the District Board of Trustees meeting a week ago or so was truly outstanding. And it shows the impact that your leadership has made on our community. So to our newly minted SGA presidents and e-boards, the spotlight is really on you today and for the upcoming academic year. You should know that we truly appreciate your courage and willingness to take up the baton of leadership. And President PUMARIEGA and State Representative BRYAN AVILA also echoed these very same sentiments. We appreciate that you are willing to serve as the official representatives of the Miami-Dade College student body. And you've heard this already, leadership is selfless. You must put yourselves last and put others before yourself. Many of the words of wisdom that I also wanted to convey have been conveyed already. So let me add that there's so many resources at Miami-Dade College. And as college SGA leaders, I charge you and I ask that you take the time to learn more about the resources that are available to support our students. In so doing, you will be able to truly help, assist, and support your fellow students because you will be armed with that information and the wherewithal to refer your student body, our student body, to the resources that will help them along the way. So please do that, and you will have served our student body well. Be available to the student body. Listen to their voices. You heard this already. And listening to their voices really means listening to what they believe really matters. And take that up as part of your vision of integrity and purpose and carry out your work and your leadership in the best way that you can, to the very best of your ability. I know you will heed the words of President PUMARIEGA and of State Representative Avila. He told you that he served, and I can tell you he served extremely well with purpose and with integrity as an SGA president here at Miami-Dade College. So he's a role model for you. Now at the state level, at the Capitol, truly making an impact in many transformative ways. And as we close today's induction program, I want to thank our student life directors for their leadership, for caring so much about you, our Student Government Association presidents, e-boards, and for really being there to guide you along the way and to be there whenever you need them. Thank you very much to each and every one of our student life directors. And to our SGA presidents and e-board, I also want to remind you about your obligation to perform well in your studies, to have that balance between academics and leadership that serves each of those two areas well, and that you would put forth maximum effort in your academic work as well as your leadership roles in the Student Government Association. And I promise you that we will continue, the faculty, staff, and administration of this institution, to be there alongside you, to mentor you, support you, and to just be your cheerleaders in every single aspect and along the way. So congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you for the leadership that you will give to Miami-Dade College, and in particular to the student body here at the institution. And many, many thanks to everyone for gathering here this afternoon to induct our new SGA e-boards. Have a wonderful afternoon. Be safe and we'll see each other on campus and on Zoom in the coming academic year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Harrison, for those very important words. Congratulations once again to our newly installed student leaders. This is like our Olympics, and you're all gold winners in my book. This concludes our program today. Have a beautiful day, and go Sharks.